Hello students, now we're going to study about our new chapter, which is unit number 8, designing a research proposal. And this is and our subject is research methodology in education, course code 8604, and from Unite8 University on the B.Ed section in your on this website of Unite8 Open University. You can take and download this book, and so you can go through with my lectures, so hopefully you can understand this. So let's begin this lecture. Objectives. After reading this unit, you will be able to explain steps of research proposal. Number 2, distinguish a good problem from a bad problem. Number 3, write the statement of the problem for your research proposal. Number 4, write the objectives of the research study. Number 5, develop hypothesis for the research study and develop a good proposal for the research study. Number 1 is introduction. You have not completed the first 7 units of the course and are quite familiar with the basic of concept of research. In this unit, an attempt has been made to integrate its such concepts presented in different units, so with the view that will be helpful in developing of the research proposal. There are few stages of research proposal. The researcher, from the clear cut notion of the problem he wished to investigate, write down the problem statement, help to clarify it. The researcher that start to collect all relevant available information that is possible can be interpreted with the facts. Formulation of the hypothesis to be verified. Mind the researchers. The formulation of the hypothesis, investigation, then there is a hypothesis. So let's begin the formation of the research proposal. There are some variation in which the formation of different universities have the information to make often required a research proposal, in which the statement of the problem, the purpose, objective, and significance of the study, definition, assumption, and limitation, review of related literature, theoretical framework, hypothesis and questions, possible research and procedures, and time scheduling is being done after this statement of the problem. On the Pakistani research in the realization there, what title of the land is to be in the research phase. There are ultimately number of problems, while a very statement state for the research to carry out the study, yet the graduate students, they seem to be lost as what should be the topic their research. So the next topic is what is not a good research problem. It is not to be broad. In Pakistan, the research is a practice that is choosing a problem that is too broad. For example, the following: the effect of the children rearing practice on intelligent level of Pakistani children. Illustrated a point of further led to take the following research proposal: the role of the English medium provide institution in improving academic achievement of Pakistani students. However, the researcher proposed to control these investigating the variables to is not clear. Thus, it would be sense that the problem is also broad for one research to solve the tool within a year or two. Then we have what is good problem statement. It is a beginning can be made in conducting the research into the complex problems once the global concept of thinking of Pakistani children is brought up into the thinking about a parental through about the school, thinking about the responsibility towards the family, school and community, etc. Similar, some students can be understand in this area of demonstration to their self concept, determining to their concept nationalhood, determination to their confidence in the secure further. The next is the purpose of the study. The purpose of has been selected its theoretical framework to determine the third step is to the step of proposal, objective and significance of the study. In this, the functions of to be objective selection and our research proposal are to be under the proportion and justification in letters that the free floating objective without certain def, def, definitions, assumption and limitations. In this section you should be provide a definition of all the terms being used in the statement of the problems, as the ambiguity is likely to be different, and to help out the frame appropriate the problem. Let's the example of proposal involving of the students of the class 9 and 10 in the extra curriculum activities adversely affect their academic problems on boards exams. So this kind of proposal can be made in which the limitation would not be observed. However, if the researcher try to equate the two groups on these factors, or its design analysis variance on account of these facts. The other is revision on the relevant literature. In this section, the research should be summarize previous research carried out in this field and should also be started with the recognition expert has written into the subject. This indicates that the researcher is familiar with the known and hence the necessary concept of background to take up the research in this area. The review is related to the literature is also helpful in researcher in developing in theoretical framework within the research is to be undertaken, and helpful him to formulate is useful hypothesis. Theoretical framework. In theoretical framework, neither can be formulated and adequated and develop the observation or research thinks that the children rearing practices related to the feeding is mainly responsible for the display for the children. Analysis of the performing the English spelling of the student on the class 10 by social economical level of the parental study is selected. Provide English medium in Islamabad model school and federal government school and located in Islamabad. Definition in logistic structure of theoretical framework. Then we have typical. Then we have hypothesis and questions. The statement of the questions to be proposed in the investigation, the completion and the 4 of the collection is to be the problem of statement, identify the interpreting the factors to the conception framework, sharp the focus of the study, the objective narrow the investigation further by the statement of hypothesis and questions is actually a two steps process. Characteristics of good hypothesis. A good hypothesis has the following basic characteristic. It is reasonable, it is consistent with known facts or theories, it is stated in such a form that permits test and validating rejections, it is stated in simple possible form. Then students, we have proposed research procedure. In this the proposed research proposal and outline of research plan should be given. The research plan deals with the variables to be measured, the population to be sampled, the measurement developed to be used, to be a procedure to be used in an analysis with data, the validity of the reliability of data gathering developed devices should be carried, evaluate, and the limitation if should be pointed. The last one is time scheduling. In this section, the researcher should be present a time scheduling for carried out various steps in a research plan. This would be research budget, the time and energy, and complete these research within the researchable time. Some of the phases of the work should be overlapped, while either would be intended and after some of the phases has been completed. Thus, data gathering should follow the design of data gathering device. However, review related to the literature can be carried out while waiting for the data to gather. The preparation of time schedule also allows the advisory of the student to monitor the group of the work. Thus, it is served as a similar help to research to move systematically towards the goal of completion the project within the deadline set by the degree awarding institutions. In conclusion, the ultimate objective of this unit was to take you step by step towards the formulation of your research outline or proposal. It may be recalled that the step that need to be specified care the attention were proportion and step of hypothesis and design an appropriate research procedure. Even though each of the steps in the preparation of the research outline has been illustrated, an opportunity has been provided to youth practice the required skills. A complete research outline has been in this unit presented as the end of the product of the entire process. The research outline being prepared by Islamabad, and hopefully there would be a prepared your design your own research proposal. So thank you students, hope you have understand about this research proposal chapter, and hope we meet in our last chapter which is coming up next.